Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Life with Nati, or welcome in if you're new. My name is Natalia. My friends and family call me Nati, and today we are doing a WIP and chat. For those of you who don't know what a WIP is, WIP stands for work in progress, while I chat at you about what's been going on with my life. So as I'm doing my WIP and chat, you can do your own WIP or clean or sleep or cook or whatever you want to do. I'm here for your company. So, yeah, my chaos can be your entertainment for this morning, evening, night, whenever you're watching this WIP. So, I am working today on a Dreamer Design kit. It's a very old kit. I got it from an auction that happened on a event that I was participating in, and this is a square kit. So I'm working on Alice by Kurtis Rykovich, and it's a 60 by 80 square with 61 colors. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, these drills has been a nightmare. I guess it's because I'm so very used to working with Diamond Art Club, but these, so none of my squares want to line up. It's so gappy and it's just driving me insane. I absolutely am so used to Diamond Art Club's kits and the beauty and perfection of it. But I'm pushing through. Not only are the drills driving me completely mad, the symbols are just ridiculous. I can show you a few of what I'm talking about. So there's these. Yep, and then there's these. And these. You guys. And the list just goes on and on and on. I'm trying my best to push through and enjoy the process. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's not easy. So right now it is 9:30 my time, and my daughter, we just put her down for her nap. For the night, but she's not sleeping. So if you hear a little bit of noise in the background, it's because I have the monitor right in front of me watching her. So I might have to cut out here and there to try to soothe her to sleep. But right now we're trying our best to have her self-soothe to sleep. She's 5 months old right now. But let's go ahead and get into it before I keep yabbering on and not placing a single diamond. All right. Now, if I do sound a bit nasally, I'm sorry. I was sick for the last week. So Christmas Day, I got extremely, extremely ill. Yeah, I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't eat. And I was extremely overwhelmed because my husband goes to work and I'm at home alone with my daughter. And it was a lot for me. But I'm a mom. That's what moms do, right? And also before I continue, you guys, how have you been? How was your holidays? What did you guys do? And are there any events or whatnot that you guys are participating so far in the beginning of this year? Cannot believe it's a new year. I have a lot to talk about and a lot to just take off my chest. So this is going to be a very chatty WIP and chat. You guys, these squares drives me crazy. It's like I cannot line them up correctly or evenly, or it's insane. I'm sorry for the lighting. If the lighting is bad, please in the comments below let me know. That way I can figure out another method to this madness. My daughter is just talking to herself. She normally talks herself to sleep, so it sounds like she's crying, but she's just talking to herself, and then she'll eventually pass out. She's fed, diapers changed, she's safe. My husband's upstairs with her. She still sleeps in our room. But I am participating right now in three events. Two of the three events, this canvas that I'm working on right now is my entry. So I am doing, the first one I'm doing is hashtag Alice in a Winter Wonderland, hosted by Life with Lindsay. It's over on Twitch. Sorry, it's over on Instagram. She does have also a YouTube channel. Very entertaining. I love her. She's the sweetest. So if you guys have a Alice in Wonderland kit that you want to have a reason to do, go ahead and go on Instagram and look it up. It's again hashtag Alice in a Winter Wonderland. Don't forget to put the A in there. And participate. I don't think there's going to be prizes. I'm not sure. It's not what I go into the events for. I just go in to participate and join in on the fun. The second event that this canvas is for is an event over on Facebook. It's the Ticket to Ride destination event hosted by, I believe it's Cheryl Katz. I am having an absolute ball with with this event. So basically, you have to pick a canvas that, oh my god, you have to pick a canvas that has a destination. Basically, you want to go on vacation to or whatnot, and also has to relate to a movie. And so I picked this one, and we are going to Underland, or otherwise known as Wonderland, with this kit. And I basically, when I upload my progress daily, I write a short story about my trip that day. And I'm actually having so much fun. And I know I say this in like every time I either do an unboxing or a whip and chat, I always mention how much I absolutely love this community. And it's because it's true. This community is so beautiful, so sweet, so kind, and so interactive. Like, the responses are so quick. Like, I could have a question and I'll write that question at like 2 o'clock in the morning and I will get a response. And it's like, I love it. Because I'm a little night bird. I am the furthest from a morning person that you can imagine. But nighttime, oh, I'm up. I'm up till late. And it's mostly because this is my me time. So I'm with my daughter all day long. And sometimes you just need you time. And my me time revolves around diamond painting because it's so soothing and comforting to me, even when they're hard-headed drills like this one. Oh gosh. But yes, I take full advantage of when my husband bring my daughter upstairs. I just sit down here and time just gets away from me, and by the time I look, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm over here just diamond painting. Then I get up at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. But it's worth it for the sanity of my brain. And I did say I was participating in 3 events. The third event I'm participating is a year event, a year-long event. It's the NSDP along. It's year-round. It's hosted on Facebook. I quickly realized that I am a huge Enes Guerrero fan. I love her artwork. It's a bit on the dark side, but in a very beautiful way, if that makes any sense. But I am participating in that event, and I am doing Astral Sabbath, which y'all guys have already seen on my last Whip and Chat if you've watched it. I was working on Astral Sabbath. A very, very big but beautiful piece. So I have came into the new year working only on this one. And then I seen the Ennis DP along, and I was like, oh, I have to get in there. I have a few Ennis kits that I wanted reason to do. And what better reason than a year-long Ennis Guerrero DP along? And then I found a few people on there, you know, that are twinsing it up with me by doing the same painting, and the sweetest people, I swear. They PM'd me and we just hit it off. It's amazing. This community is like the absolute best. You feeling lonely or nobody understands the obsession of diamond painting more than the diamond painting community, and I'm all here for it. So my Christmas was pretty well. I had quite a few family members come over. And my anxiety actually didn't go as bad as I thought it would. I mean, obviously, I still had severe anxiety because my house was full of people. Yeah, granted, it's family, but yeah, my anxiety has been trying me since I've given birth to my daughter. And I also mentioned to you guys last Whip and Chat that my dad came here to New York. It was supposed to be just a visit, but then he realized that my grandma's way more sick than she was making it seem, and he decided, nope, because he is a mama's boy. He decided, nope, I'm staying for good, not leaving my mom's side, so he's moving here, which is super exciting. I love my father. And his wife, his wife is also, obviously, moving here as well, and I got her into diamond painting. Yes, I did. She came over one day and she was just chilling with me, and we were talking and whatever, and I had quite a few whips just sitting around in my living room because that's where I diamond paint, and I have several different tables in my living room. Did I say dining room? I meant living room. But I have a few tables here in my living room that has, each table has a different kit on it, and I have a few of them hanging on my wall because I just can't bear to put them away. And she was just looking at them and was like, you want to give it a try? And I gave her my pen. We quickly realized that she is not a square a square diamond painter, but she did. I had these Christmas cards that are, you have to diamond paint them, and they have like dogs on it. And I was like, here, try this. You know, it's not exactly like diamond painting on a canvas because the drills that you put on that little card is not straight, so it's all curvy and whatnot. There's no actual rhyme or reason to its lining. And I was like, it's not exactly the same, but just to see if you like it. And yeah, we couldn't rip her away from it. And so it began. I was like, okay, so you like this? Here, I have a round kit right here. Give it a try. And she's like, I love this. And she went, I can't remember where she said she went, but she ended up buying a kit at the store It was from Diamond Dot, so I was like, oh, that's not bad. I mean, it's licensed, so I was like, that's good. And so we made it. Oh my god, all these drills were stuck together. You see that? Oh my gosh. So basically, we agreed that we were going to diamond paint with each other, and she'll come over and we'll just sit here and just diamond paint. And I also asked her if how she would feel about coming on my channel and doing a diamond painting with me, and we can do like a whip and chat or like a podcast type thing while we're diamond painting. And she's like, yeah. So I got me somebody who lives close by, who has fallen just as deeply in love with diamond painting as I did. And then I showed her Diamond Art Club, the website, and she's already purchased 2 paintings. And y'all already know how that goes. It starts off with 1 or 2. Then you turn around and you're like, how the heck did I get a stash? So that's super exciting. And so she'll come every once in a while and diamond paint. She hasn't been able to do it the last few days because the entire house where she lives, which is with my grandma, is sick. So she can't come over because she's the only one in the house that's not sick, and she's basically taking care of everybody. So I'm like, it's okay, you know, come whenever everybody's feeling better or whenever you feel like it. I'm here. I don't care how late it is. I care how early it is because, like I said, I am not a morning person. I mean, obviously I have to get up early because I have a 14-year-old son that has to go to school and a little baby who just doesn't care if mommy went to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. But I'm excited for our first podcast type thing. What do you guys think about it? Are you interested in having a special guest on my whip and chat? And basically we'll just pick a topic, some type of topic, and we'll chat about it and our thoughts and whatnot, and then you guys can pipe in the chat, or maybe I can go live with her. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Okay, you guys, I have been trying to prolong what I'm about to talk about next. Please, no judgments. I judge myself enough. But the 3 days ago, so today is the 5th. About 3 days ago, I took a pregnancy test because I have been basically tracking but not tracking my ovulation. And for those of you who don't know what this means, this channel used to be my trying to conceive channel, because I was having a very, very hard time getting pregnant. Me and my husband has been trying for 5 years to get pregnant when we finally got pregnant with my daughter. And so this channel was fully dedicated to my trying to conceive and the struggles. And then when I found out I was pregnant, it turned into that. And then I realized I am not a vlogger. And it turned into this diamond painting. So ovulation, and if you guys are not interested in this, I'm sorry. You can skip ahead for when I'm done talking about this significant thing in my life. So I was checking my ovulation. Ovulation is basically a woman will ovulate once a month, and in that little tiny pocket, which is like literally a day of time, is the only time that a woman can get pregnant. And so before me and my husband do anything, I always check my ovulation. And because my daughter is only 5 months old, my monthly cycle has not regulated, so I couldn't tell when was my last cycle. And so I just track my ovulation to make sure I'm not ovulating before we do anything, because we didn't want to get pregnant. And so I looked at it and I'm like, it came out that it was positive that I was ovulating. I'm like, there's just no way, because I am expecting for my cycle to start any day now. So I'm like, okay. I freaked out a little bit and I just couldn't find a way to get a pregnancy test until 2 days ago. And so I took that test. I sure did. And yeah. I don't really like these tests because trust me, it was so much darker on here on the day of. But yeah, you guys, I'm pregnant. Wow. I'm pregnant and I have a 5-month-old. Again, please don't judge me. I'm judging myself enough and beating myself up enough. Like don't get me wrong, I wanted more kids. And sorry for knocking you guys. I wanted more kids and I wanted them fairly close to my daughter's age so that my daughter will have somebody to grow up with, because the age gap between my daughter and my son is very big. My son's 14 years old and my daughter's 5 months old. So, he's a teenager. He wants to do teenage things. He doesn't want to have to deal with a little baby. He doesn't have to. He's a teen, And so I wanted to. I'm sorry, I'm trying to break these diamonds apart. These drills are fun. But yeah, I really wanted to have another kid closer to her age. Just not this close, I did not want to have another baby this soon. It's like I just got my body back, I wasn't breastfeeding anymore, so I was like, okay, I have my body back, yay. No, I don't. No, I don't. It's not mine anymore. Oh my goodness, you guys. So yeah, that is the big news that I wanted to tell you. And I know most women wait, till they're like 12 weeks pregnant before they announce it to anybody, especially social media, because in case anything happens to the baby or whatnot. However, I told myself I'm not going to stress in this pregnancy, because when I was pregnant with my daughter, that's all I did was stress. I stressed about every little thing. And for this pregnancy, I just want to be chill and be open and, so obviously I called my husband first, and he was at work. And I show him the test and he's like, "What's that?" I was like, "What do you mean what this is? What is this?" He goes, "Baby, you've been taking COVID tests, ovulation sticks. I don't know what I'm looking at." I was like, "Oh, yeah, no, you're going to be a dad again." He goes, "Oh, okay. All right, cool. Did you call the clinic and whatever?" And he's so calm, so collected. And you guys, that made me so mad that he was so calm and collected about it. Meanwhile, I'm freaking out and I was like, "Why are you so calm?" He goes, "Babe, somebody has to be calm in this situation because you're freaking out." And in turn, I'm sitting here. I screamed when I seen the blue line. I screamed and I said a few vulgar words. And I just kept saying, "No, no, 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 no." And I think it really upset my daughter because she started crying. And I'm like, "I'm sorry, Rose. I'm sorry." Hang on, you guys. I don't like how this lighting is looking at all. Like, I see it beautifully, but you guys, the color is not really showing very well. I should have did all this before I started filming, huh? Yeah, the lighting is not really showing very well. No matter what I'm doing with my lights. Okay, I don't know if that's any better. Hopefully it is. It just seemed very dark. I have no idea what part I was talking about. So if I repeat myself, I do apologize. But yeah, surprise, surprise to me and to my family. I immediately called my husband. He's super calm. I'm freaking out. I was like, okay, I gotta hang up with you because you upset me for being so calm. But then again, I'm very grateful that I had at least one sane mind in the midst of the chaos. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain to my husband and to, a lot of people just how lonely. I'm sorry, hang on. Lighting might be better, but my lights are all in my way. I'm sorry. 1 second. I'll be sure to fix all this next time I try to do a WIP and chat. Yeah, it's very hard to explain to my husband the way my brain works, I guess I can say. So parenting, especially postpartum, feels extremely lonely. You can be in a room full of people and you can still feel insanely lonely. And it's hard to explain, especially to your significant other, that feeling without making them feel like, well, crap, that makes me feel great about myself. And it's not that. My husband is an amazing man. He's an amazing father, an amazing husband. I couldn't ask for a better partner if I wanted to. And these lights are sorry, these lights are making it very hard for me to see. Okay, sorry about that. I know if you're watching instead of listening, it's probably going to be a little bit crazy watching the different lightings that I keep doing, but it keeps getting in my way. So if you keep hearing a knocking, it's because my pen keeps hitting the lights. But yes, it's hard to explain just how lonely it is. But you're in your head and in your heart, you're not alone. But like for instance, when I was sick, I really felt alone because I was home alone while my husband was at work and my son stayed with his grandma because I didn't want him to get sick. And so he stayed with my husband's mom. And I was basically home alone with Rose. And I was very, very overwhelmed. Little did I know I was also pregnant, and those hormones were not helping. I just didn't know that I was pregnant, and that was the reason why I was kind of flipping more than I normally would. And I remember crying and just feeling so alone and annoyed that when my husband came home, he would accidentally wake up the baby, and I got really upset, because it took me forever to get her to sleep, and you come in, obviously you didn't know that she was sleeping, but you come in and you wake her up, and then I have to calm her down because she doesn't, here lately, she doesn't want anybody but me, and I do mean nobody. Whereas before she would go to her dad without question, with a big old smile on her face, super happy. But here lately, Yeah, that's a no. That's the biggest no. She's just like mommy, 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 and it's like cute, but I was sick and I was super weak. I was super dizzy. I couldn't pick her up because she was too heavy for me. Like I just very, very weak and very, very alone. And then me finding out that I was pregnant and that I am pregnant, sorry. Me finding out that I am pregnant, um, yeah, it brought me temporarily, it brought me to a very dark place where I freaked out and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I am doing this all by myself. Yes, I have my husband emotionally and financially. He is definitely there. But physically, he can't because he's working and I'm at home. I'm a stay at home mom right now. And, I know that's my job. And I was okay with it, I was okay with it because it was one baby. Now I am pregnant with another baby. And this baby, Rose, is 5 months old. She will be just turning 1 year old before this baby is born. Like, that's so insane and so hard for my brain to wrap around. Um, and I get comments and tried advice, I guess you can say, um, that is supposed to make me feel better, but it still kind of freaks me out. um, where people are like, it's gonna be okay, you got this, and it's like I know that they're just trying to be nice and they're just trying to be helpful and there for me, but it's gonna be okay and you got this are not words that I want to hear right now. To be completely honest with you, like I can tell myself that a million times over and over again, but my brain is not going to make it a reality. And then I have people who are extremely blunt, upfront, and real with me, and like that's the type of things that I need to hear. You know, they tell me straight out, yeah, this is gonna be hard. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You're gonna want to pull your hair out. You're gonna want to scream. You're gonna want to go completely insane. But in the end, and it took me a day and a half for me to sit with this to realize the truth of it. But eventually, it's gonna be okay. You know, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be trying most of the time, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it because my daughter is going to have a friend for life. Um, I was heartbroken, scared, and afraid because I felt like I was taking away the baby of Rose. She's not gonna be the baby anymore. There's gonna be another baby, and I was freaking out about that. And some people, sat down and talked to me and they're like, no, that's not how it's going to be. Rose is going to be so young and so small that she's not even going to know that she never had a sibling because they're so close in age. And they're going to be so close with each other. And that once the baby hits a certain age, they're basically going to care for each other and keep each other company. And that it's not going to be as bad as I'm thinking. And I'm like, you know what? That kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense, and it does make me feel better. But yes, I don't know how far along I am. Again, I just found out 2 days ago and went to the clinic yesterday, to the same clinic that I went to while I was pregnant with my daughter. That was an interesting appointment, I guess. That was a very interesting appointment. But before my appointment, my daughter had her appointment for her throat. I'm not sure if you haven't watched my videos. My daughter was born with she was a preemie baby, so there's this, I can't remember words because, yeah, words are not my best friend, especially doctor words. But my daughter has something. Basically, what it is there is this piece in her throat that didn't close all the way. Um, and so it makes her breathing much louder and makes it kind of hard for her to eat and whatever. Um, and I found out about that on Halloween Day. And then yesterday I went for a checkup because they told me that she will eventually grow out of it. And then they'll just keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't get any worse. If it does get worse, she might need surgery. Luckily, thank goodness, going to the doctors yesterday, they said she sounds way better. Um, Looks like it's starting, the thing in her throat that never closed is starting to close. Because, yeah, she's not choking on her food anymore. She's eating better. She's talking. She's still very active. So, yeah, it wasn't getting any worse. It's actually getting better. So, that was amazing news. And then right after her appointment was my appointment to confirm the pregnancy. And this is the same place I went to when I got pregnant, when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. Um, and the lady at the front that checks everybody in, she knows me by name and date of birth. And when I came in, she goes, "Oh my God, hi." She's like, "Did you come in so we can see the baby?" And I was like, "Yeah, no." And then she checked me in and she looked at me. She goes, "Oh, wow." I was like, "Yep, not planned." This was not planned and not in my agenda, but very welcomed. Because when I called initially to set up this appointment, I had literally just found out I was pregnant, and I called in because I have to call in as soon as I find out that I'm pregnant because I'm extremely high risk. Um, so when I called and she heard the distress in my voice, because I was like, "Listen, I know I'm grasping at straws here, but is there any chance whatsoever that this HCG that I'm finding on this pregnancy test right now is coming from the pregnancy with my daughter?" And she's like, "How old is your daughter?" I was like, "She's 5 months." She was like, "Yeah, honey, no, there's no way." I was like, "Crap." Here's for hoping. Oh, sorry, I knocked you guys again. I was like, "Here's for hoping." But she heard the distress in my voice and she actually asked me if I wanted to terminate the pregnancy, and I was like, "Oh, no, 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 that's not what I want." I'm just freaking out. I just need I need to wrap my head around it, you know. um I will never terminate a pregnancy, especially for how long I have been trying to get pregnant with my daughter, you know. And I feared that it was going to be hard for us to try, you know, for our final kid. Apparently it's not. Oh my goodness. And so I went to my appointment. I seen everybody that I knew from when I was pregnant with my daughter, and they're like, "Oh, hi." And they all at first thought it was because I was coming to show off my daughter. I'm like, "Yeah, no, we're doing all this again." And so we're back to having to seriously track my diabetes and everything else. They're going to be paying super close attention to my pregnancy, just like they did with my daughter. Make sure everything's good. I do have an appointment on the 10th of this month so that I can get a ultrasound so they can figure out how far along I am. They are doing a very, very rough guesstimation that I am 6 weeks pregnant right now, and that my due date is August 22nd, I think. Which is funny because my husband's birthday is in August, and he's kind of hoping for the baby to take his birthday. um, my daughter's birthday is in June. Sorry, my daughter's birthday is in July. So very, very close to each other. And like, no, I was telling my husband, I was like, I think the main thing I'm freaking out about, besides, you know, having kids so close in age, is labor, doing labor all over again. Because apparently my body absolutely hates epidurals, and I absolutely hate pain. So yeah, there's this very bad dilemma. Oh my god. And yeah, I remember telling my husband, I was like, babe, I think I'm just terrified of the whole labor process. And it's just like, it's so crazy because it literally, like, time flies. We know this. But it feels like just yesterday I was going through all this. I was going through the whole pregnancy and freakouts and well, not freakouts because me and my husband was really wanting to be pregnant with my daughter and super happy that I was. I mean, we're happy. I'm happy now for this pregnancy. I was freaking out before. Um, never not wanting it, just not wanting it at the time that it happened. Um, but now that it's happened, I'm happy it did because at least I won't feel the guilt about my daughter not wanting a sibling and me still getting pregnant because I want to have a kid. Um, she would never know that she didn't have a sibling. I mean, she will obviously when she grows up, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm here rambling and rambling on about this, but honestly, I'm so happy that I am talking about this because even though right now I'm speaking to air, eventually you guys are going to hear it and you guys can leave me words of encouragement. um, please, words of encouragement, nothing mean, please. I don't like bullying. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Um, but this is so therapeutic. Not only is diamond painting therapeutic, but my WIP and chats are very therapeutic. I feel like I can talk about anything, and if that thing that I talk about, I don't want it out to the whole world, I can always edit it out, but I spoke it and it's out. And so, yeah, the journey for pregnancy begins again. And now, I am starting to get very excited about it, wondering if it's a boy, wondering if it's a girl. And the good part is, you guys are going to be here through the whole journey. I'm going to be able to talk to you guys about my appointments when it happens and whatever like I was trying to do uh, with my channel to begin with, but could never really do because I'm not a vlogger and I don't like to be in camera that much. Yeah, my insecurities beats me up sometimes. Most times, I'm not gonna lie. But at my appointment, they had asked if I wanted to do a beta HCG test, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically a blood draw where they check my HCG levels to see if they're rising or how high they are to determine a guesstimation on how far along I am. However, I declined it because I tend to overanalyze everything, and when I was pregnant with my daughter, the beta HCG thing did more harm than good for me because I obsessed over the numbers and obsessed over the fact that it didn't double because it's supposed to double every other day. And yeah, it was a whole stressful event. And then nobody told me that the beta levels end up dropping once you hit a certain part of your pregnancy. It starts decreasing. And nobody told me that. And then I seen it decreasing and I thought my baby was dying. And I freaked out. And so I was like, you know what? Even though I'm a little bit more prepared and I know what to expect now, I still don't want to stress myself out. I want to approach this pregnancy much different than I approached it with my daughter. I think it's because I was trying so hard with my daughter that I freaked out for any little thing. Scared that this was too good to be true and something was going to, happen to the baby. Don't get me wrong, it still runs through my head with this baby, but I'm trying my best not to stress as much and actually enjoy this pregnancy, because it's most likely going to be my last pregnancy, and so I want to enjoy it. And I'm already starting to accept it and allow myself to get happy and excited about it. So on the 10th, I go in for an ultrasound and I get to see my baby for the very first time, which is like super exciting. I've already told everybody I know because I'm not going to keep it a secret. I'm not going to stress about any of that. I'm just going to blurt it out, let people know, and also let them know if you have something bad to say or negative to say about it, just don't say anything at all. I just thought to tell you, and that's it. I'm not here for your opinion. I'm not here for you to judge me. I'm here just to let you know and share my excitement. But for the most part, I got very positive feedback with my friends and family. Most of them trying to calm me down and tell me everything's going to be okay, that I just need to breathe and everything happens for a reason, and we're not giving anything that we cannot handle. And so I try to tell myself that over and over again, just so that I can remain as sane as possible. And it's going to be okay. It really is. I have an amazing support system, a support group. My dad is here, and he is he's kind of happy, but my dad's here, and I know he's going to be there for me along with his wife. She will definitely be there for me. She's always tried her best to be there and support and whatnot. And then obviously the biggest support system is my husband, and he is always there to tell me to breathe, to tell me that it's going to be okay. When I feel like my whole world is crumbling around me, he's like, babe, just breathe. We got this. You're not alone. And I'm like, I know, but I know, but I feel like I am. And, I have to sometimes just breathe and step back and look and realize, I'm not alone. Yeah, I have people there for me. It just feels lonely sometimes. And then I told my grandma yesterday that I was pregnant. She was kind of speechless, quite literally, but then I felt horrible because I didn't realize she was holding her breath, and like I told you guys, she's a lot more sick than she makes it seem. And apparently she also has pneumonia in her left lung, I believe it was, and so it's hard for her to breathe. And I felt horrible because when I told her, I didn't realize she was holding her breath. And I'm like, Abuela, can you please breathe? Breathe, 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 breathe. And she's like, oh my God, do I say congratulations? I was like, yes, you can say congratulations, Abuela. So she congratulated me, and she was like, should I be happy, worried? I was like, you be whatever you want to be, Grandma. She was like, how are you feeling? I was like, it's settling. I'm starting to accept it more and more every day, and I really am. If you would have seen me the first day of me finding out, I was losing my ever loving mind. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I can't handle this. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. What am I gonna do? And then now it's like, now that I was able to breathe and think, yeah, it helped. And I know this is gonna sound so weird, but oddly enough, diamond painting also helped me significantly to get out of my head and not think about it, just accept it, basically. Like, I was not in my head. I was still thinking about it, obviously, but And while I was diamond painting, it's so soothing to me that I was able to breathe and try my best to look at the bright side. And, you know, I'm married, I'm stable, I have a home, I have a beautiful family. Apparently, I'm not having infertility issues. And they're all blessings, and that's what I had to open my eyes and mind to, was this is a blessing. This is not something I should be upset about. This should be something that I'm super happy for. You know, my baby is going to have a sibling close in her age where they can be best friends. I don't have to worry about, you know, an age gap where they're not liking the same toys or liking, or, you know, like, it's hard to explain. And honestly, they're going to have a time where they're going to be the exact same age. They're going to feel like twins. And, you know, I'm trying to keep a very positive mind about it. And I am. I am. I am being very positive now. And I'm getting really excited about it. You can call me crazy, but. And in the comments below, are there any mommies out there who has babies 2 under 2 or had babies 2 under 2? If so, how did you cope? Was it something, in your opinion, is it better to have them that close in age as opposed to a year or 2 years or 3 years apart? Because I initially wanted to wait at least until my daughter was like a year and a half before I tried for another baby. And now thinking back at it, I'm like, okay, everything definitely happens for a reason, and I'm kind of happy that it worked out this way. I really am. All right, that was my rant of my pregnancy. So you guys, what are your plans for this year? Diamond painting wise or life wise, doesn't matter. I didn't expect to open my new year, and I know I just dramatically just changed the subject, sorry. But I didn't know I was going to bring in my new year with me opening up so many WIPs. But here I am. You know, I remember in the very beginning, you know, all the way in October, when I was like, I will never do more than one canvas at a time. It's going to drive me crazy. And then, like, soon after saying that, I ended up kitting up another kit because I wanted a round and a square open. And then it just kept escalating, and I was like, okay, I have to stop. I have to finish what I'm working on now before I try another canvas. And so, yeah, this year I opened up the year with this one, Alice, and then the Ennis Guerrero one. I was like, oh yeah, we gotta do this, because I had told my husband and my son to look through my little stickers and pick out a canvas that they want me to do. And they both picked Astral Sabbath. And I was like, oh, well, okay, then that's gonna be it. But I did do Astral Sabbath before. I started it, didn't place too many drills, but I started it a few days before the new year. But technically, I opened the new year with this one, with Astral Sabbath being a WIP. But then I did this one, I hit Astral Sabbath, and they're both square kits, and I was like, okay, I have been working on squares for quite a bit. I need a little bit of break on a square, but I don't want to do a big canvas, so I did Sweet Purple by Chimbika Arts. I kitted that one up, and I do that just to get my brain off of the squares, and because the colors that I've been working with, the last few kits besides this one were very dark and muted colors, and I was like, okay, I need something a little bit more uplifting. And so I did Sweet Purple, and you guys, the joy of working on that kit because of all the pinks and the purples and the blues, and the fact that it's around and I don't have to think too much while I'm placing drills, just brought me so much joy. Like, I was just on a roll with it, and I was like, okay, I need to slow down because I want to keep this one open while I'm doing the other two huge square kits, just so that whenever I want a round, it's there. Because unfortunately, I didn't notice it until recently that I have so many squares and not that many rounds. And the rounds that I do have, I have plans for them for events that I just didn't want to kit up and work on. I actually technically had an event planned for Sweet Purple, but it's okay. I have another purple kit, so it's okay. Give me 1 second. I heard my baby cry. She was sleeping. Trying to see if she's going to soothe herself to sleep. Yeah, she went back to sleep. Okay. And, okay, so there was Sweet Purple, which is my only round that I have open right now. And then yesterday, I kitted up another canvas. I know, right? I kitted up another canvas, but this one is for my grandma. And I'm doing a mystery kit for her. I don't want to do spoilers. I don't want to say any spoilers in this video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about that kit, but it is a mystery. It's for my grandma. I am planning on doing a video on me working on that mystery painting from Diamond Art Club. I just don't want to do any spoilers here on this WIP chat. I'm planning on doing a time lapse on that kit along with Astral Sabbath. It's just going to be a little bit before it comes out because I have to actually work on the kit, and that doesn't happen overnight. I don't care how fast or slow I think I am. There's no way I'm going to be able to do a whole canvas, especially since I have multiple WIPs going for multiple different reasons. I was actually planning on stopping one of my WIPs to finish that one, and I was like, you know what, no, I can just bounce from kit to kit. It's going to be okay. And so that's what I'm doing. So I do have, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like their squares, but I do like their ABs. They did good on their ABs, but that's about it. Crap, what was I saying? Great, I have pregnancy brain already. But I do know I have multiple WIPs, and I know I can finish my grandma's WIP. I just gotta keep reminding myself to turn on the camera when I go to do those diamond paintings so that I am recording it, especially the mystery kit, because I want to do a start to finish mystery for the mystery kit so that you can watch that canvas come to life. I always like watching start to finish time lapse on diamond paintings because it amazes me just how like dull the painting looks before you place the diamonds, and then you place the diamonds and it's like, oh my god, it's magical. And so yeah, I want to do a time lapse on both Astral Sabbath and the Diamond Art Club mystery kit. So yeah, you know, I have this new thing in my life on the whole pregnancy things, and so I might be talking more on my pregnancy and how I'm feeling in my WIP and chats than I normally do, and hoping that I can push out as much content as possible before the baby is born. I'm still going to do my best to continue to upload videos whenever the baby's born. Hoping that I still have the nighttime to myself like I do now, but we shall see. We shall see. But I do want to continue my channel. You guys help me with my sanity, and you have no idea how much it means to me when I see a comment on my video, or it just means so much. A comment and a like to my video, just that small little thing is huge to me. Like I it makes my day. And when my day is bad and I come over on my channel, like I try my best not to look at the analytics and watch and views and likes and whatever. I try not to look at that too much because I don't want to stress myself out. This is something that I'm doing for the joy of diamond painting, the joy of this community, the joy of meeting new people. I am not trying to look at numbers when I'm doing this. This is not why I came on here. And the day that becomes what it is the day that I don't think I should continue producing content, because I just don't want to stress myself out about that. I want to look at this as you guys are my friends, you guys are my family, and I'm here just to enjoy the craft, enjoy the community, enjoy whatever the heck I'm doing at that in the moment. You know, I just don't want it to be a stress thing. I have enough stress in my life. I don't want to add anything to it. But yes, you guys, just seeing somebody write me makes me so happy. And I want to thank you guys so much for your kindness, your support, your sweet words. It's everything to me. And I just looked. I haven't looked in a long time. But oh my god, 162 subscribers, you guys. Oh my gosh. I am my cheeks hurt. I'm smiling so hard right now. Thank you so much. Thank you. It means so much to me that I have people out there who are interested in getting to know me, and you know, reaching out to me, and just interested in what I have in my content, you know. Sorry, I'm speechless. 162 subscribers. Oh my gosh. That's amazing, you guys. Thank you so much. I am planning on doing something for my 500 subscriber goal. I'm planning on doing a care package. I mean, I'm planning on doing like a happy mail. Happy mail. Kind of sounded like I said happy meal. Happy mail. For my 500 subscribers. I have an idea on what I want to give you guys. I'm not too sure just yet. But yes, I plan on doing a giveaway for my 500 subscribers. I just didn't realize I was at 162. Oh my gosh. That is amazing to think that 162 people are interested in my content. That's amazing. Thank you. And what do you guys think about me doing the start to finish time lapse? I'm not gonna do just like time lapse and that's it. I'm gonna speak on in it. I'm not gonna just throw the video up on there and just play some music and let it run through. I'm gonna talk, so it'll be a little bit more interesting. And tell you how I was feeling. I don't know, maybe I'll do like a vlog style and hop in every once in a while, do a quick vlog on what's going on in the moment. All right, you guys, it's been about an hour. I did the teacup. Isn't that cute? I think this is her headband. Yeah, this is part of her headband. That's cute. And yeah, you guys, it's been about an hour. It's 10:30 right now. thank you guys so much for staying this long. If you have stayed this long, if you did stay this long, leave a heart emoji in the comments below. That way I know I've kept your attention for an hour. I hope I did keep you company. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying this content. And yeah, that notification bell, make sure it's turned on. That way you are always notified when I upload next. Thank you so much for watching. Love you laters.